What they've been most worried about, and it's now largely historic, in that those flocks that have been lambing in February have had difficulties. Of course, we don't know what the next 2 or 3 weeks brings, but in February they've been seeing stillborn and deformed lambs to a greater or lesser extent, and it does seem to be highly variable across those flocks who have lambed in February. It's an emerging virus, and there is this great uncertainty. But, you know, farmers are very resourceful, and they're just having to deal with the consequences of something that happened back in the autumn when the sheep were most probably infected by midges. They're just having to deal with the consequences, and that's taking more time, increased vigilance, and you know, a bit of anxiety. You know, lambing can be an emotional time, and you just don't need this in addition.
I'm Ian Nanjiani. I'm one of the vets with Westpoint Veterinary Group, and I'm here today as part of a Livestock Health South East and DEFRA training initiative for the farming community. Specifically, we've been looking at Schmallenberg today. We've been looking at what we know about the virus, what we don't know, and what conclusions can we draw from the experience of related viruses, and also from the experiences of our colleagues across the water in continental Europe, where they've been dealing with this virus for probably a season longer than we have.
What most people want to know is what will they do with those sheep that have suffered with an abnormal lamb, and the messages we've heard over immunity of the adult sheep, either before they went to the ram or afterwards, I think over the next few weeks will be quite reassuring.
The key points really are to look out for this disease. If you think you do see any signs of it, then do report them to your vet. Vets and farmers together, we are the eyes and ears here, and we need to understand where the disease is and how it's spreading. Once we understand it, then we can put sensible control programs in place. So the first thing is to report the disease when you see it. My personal advice would be, if you are suspicious, get a proper diagnosis. Don't just ask the question, is this Schmallenberg, yes or no? Ask the question, what is my problem? Because if we look at what causes abortion, particularly at this time of year in sheep, the most common things can cost a lot of money: toxoplasma, chlamydia, and we can vaccinate against those. So if we get a proper diagnosis, then we can get a proper health plan in place and deal with what's affecting your farm. In terms of human health, the advice from the 3 risk assessments that have been made is just to follow the normal, sensible hygiene precautions around lambing. But really the final point here is this disease wasn't here this time last year. We are all learning together on this one. So do keep your vet updated with what's happening. We are the eyes and ears at the moment, and really just make use of the information sources that are out there. Stay tuned and just try and keep yourself as up to date as you can. Any concerns, talk to your vet. It's what we're here for.